Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Generations Gist with Joy. Today we are diving into a topic that touches both our economy and our everyday lives: agriculture. We all know farming is huge in Nigeria, but did you know that cashew is one of the most valuable crops we have? It's creating jobs, earning us foreign exchange, and changing the lives of farmers across communities. Here is the interesting part. It's not just about farming. Behind every cashew nut is a story of resilience, of communities working hard, and of course, leaders pushing for real change. And that's exactly the conversation we are bringing to you today. But before we meet our guest on this life-changing topic, let's take a short break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
The world is no longer a global village. It is a neighborhood. Generations come and go, but the gist they start lingers. The platform that sustains those gists is here. Be a part of the conversation on Generation Gist with Joy. From policymakers to politicians, medical personnel to traders, labor leaders to students, the young and the old. It's Generations Gist with Joy.
It's your generation, it's my generation, it's our generation.
Come, let's tag along on Generation Gist with Joy. Please join us.
You are welcome back. My guest today is someone who wears two very powerful hats. First, he's a community reporter who has used his voice to highlight the challenges and dreams of rural people. And second, he's a strong advocate for agriculture, especially in the cashew sector. Through his program, Cashew Matters, and his role as president of the National Apex of Cashew Farmers, Processors and Marketing Cooperatives, he's been championing farmers and pushing Nigeria's cashew industry to the next level. Please join me in welcoming an award-winning journalist, community reporter, advocate for rural development, and farmer, Yunusa Gabriel Enemali, aka Okani.
So you still went ahead to call the name of Okani. Well, it's okay. Viewers, thank you so much for this opportunity. Well, it's nice coming again on this program on this platform. It's good. It's all about agriculture and it's all about the rural community. Thank you for having me.
Thank you once again, Okani.
Yeah.
You started your journey as a community reporter before becoming a strong voice in agriculture, especially in the area of cashew and cooperative. What has happened, or how has that aspect of storytelling shaped this farming system?
Okay, fine. I started as a community reporter. The essence of community reportage is all about showcasing the rot, the threat, and the opportunities in the rural communities. And one of the opportunities in the rural community is cashew. If you remember from where we're coming from, we used to have cocoa, kola nut, coffee, and cashew, and some other trees. But because of lack of market linkages, farmers got angry and brought them down. And then my father called me and said, look, I know you can promote this cashew for me. Please do it, because he does not want it to go the way other crops went. But I'll need you to help me out. I said, okay. So that was how it all began. And in the process of that, and to give it that drive, I started a program on social media called Cashew Matters, the diamond from the tree. A lot of people were like, what do you mean by cashew matters? Cashew, yeah, it does matter. And it is the diamond from the tree. And of course, I started breaking it down. Cashew has three main benefits: environmental benefits, economic benefit, and health benefits. Out of this cashew again, we have over 40 products from cashew. A lot of people don't know about that. I'm going to explain that. And then gradually when I was blowing it up, EU, GIZ, ACPA, ECOWAS discovered me on what I was doing, and they sent me on training to Ghana, twice in Ghana, Cote d'Ivoire, and then that was the story. And upon arrival from Cote d'Ivoire, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture in the Federal Department of Cooperative this government felt they should revamp cooperatives, and they now started searching for who can drive Cashew Cooperative. That was how I was nominated from Ghana, to the
anyway,
Federal Department.
We'll come back to that. Would you say that your journey into cashew advocacy was prompted or encouraged by your activities in the community reporting?
Oh, no doubt about it. If you go to Kogi State, especially Kogi East, the moment you cross Itubi River, my community report, why I refused to start from other places was because they said charity starts from the home front. And coming home, what you see is agriculture. And the prominent about cash crop that you see around you is cashew. To the left, back and front is cashew. Now, it will interest you to know that standing tall in the midst of all food and cash crop, the only cash crop that the name starts with cash is cashew.
Okay.
Yeah,
we'll go back to cashew. Actually,
so
we'll go back to cashew. We'll go
Yeah.
back to cashew matters, agric matters. I want to know so far your journey of community reporting.
Yeah.
Because we know you as a community reporter.
That's correct.
So what are those things that made you continue, or so far it's like you've stopped?
No. I did not stop. Don't forget, the essence of report is to fix what you reported. Now, in the course of doing this community report, and one of the opportunities is cashew. That was how they found me and gave me a bigger responsibility. Okay. Not that I don't report. If I have the opportunity of going back to any community and I see any story, I say it immediately. I go and report. But because, starting a new cooperative like this takes time. Takes you to bring in a lot of innovation, get to know the right people. We are less than 6 months old.
What have been the impacts
you've
gotten from the community reporting?
Oh my God! First of all, don't forget, my community report is in line with Sustainable Development Goal, the 1 to 17. Now, SDG goal number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 has to do with the people at the rural community. In any case, SDG goal was actually created to affect the lives of the people at the rural community. Where they don't have water, they had water. Where there is no school, there was school. In fact, there is this famous community called Ukolojo Guinea. I don't know whether I Google it.
I watched it.
And then a lot of people, when they see me, they say, Ukolojo Guinea. I say, is that my name now? Late architect Gabriel Enemali, he just dropped my name anytime he wants. He called Ukolojo Guinea. And in that community, again, a lot of things changed there. They got school where they had no school. They had water where there was no water. They had solar street light where there was no solar street light. They had hospital where there was no hospital. In fact, there is this NGO that came and they want to give them a very big solar-powered grid where they can also link up to other community. But because anytime I do this story, I end it up with SDG goal number 17 that talks about partnership. Partnership with government, NGO, individual, spirited individuals, and so on and so forth. The school was built by SDG presidency. The water was built by retired Major General James Ataguba and his colleagues. Then the the hospital and the solar was brought by Kogi State Community and Social Development Agency. And so many other NGOs brought a lot of things to that community. And this is the beauty of it. There are other places I'll go, there's no road. I'll do the story of the road and they'll come and fix it. There are places, there's a place called Ojoto. When I send the report, there's a man called Dr. Emmanuel Fashaki. I've never met him. All he did was to call me and said, is this true? He saw a student under Cashew learning. And he said, no, this is touchy. He got a friend from a Human Rights Commission and he said he should go to the village and confirm. And when they confirmed, they sent 10 million immediately. And the commencement of the building start. It's unfortunate that before they could finish, building material skyrocketed. And that was why I still need to make a lot of advocacy for the people so that Kogi State Community and Social Development can come and help them. There's a place here called Biaji Across. They had a terrible road there. I went there with a friend and I did a story.
In
and
Abuja?
Today, yes, in Abuja here. And today their roads are fixed. There are so many places that I have done it. What about in Ayingba? You know the erosion organized Ayingba Road. I did the story. It's a terrible mess. It's a terrible place. But today the story has changed. So where there's no road, there's road. Where there's, in fact, there is a community in Oganenibu that nobody visits the place because of bad road. But what I do, of course, most times once I'm in the rural community, what I use is motorcycle. And then they started saying people to come and measure road. RAM is working right now. A lot of things is happening through the community report. And what I kept advocating is that agriculture is supposed to be our #1 opportunity that can fix our rural community, that can create a massive job, that can turn around everything. Don't forget, SDG goal #1 talks about poverty. #2 talks about hunger. #3 talks about good health and well-being. If you don't have good health, you cannot do anything. And that is why agriculture, don't forget, because it's agriculture, is food, is medicine. So all of this, contribute. #4 talks about quality education. Of course, if you go to our rural community, what you see is an eyesore. Our schools are bad. #5 talks about gender equality. I realized that from the seedling, nursery, to the table, women are involved in cashew production, processing, and marketing. So it means that if we do everything properly, we can engage the people. While #6 talks about clean water and sanitation. But if you go around, including Abuja is dirty. Including Abuja, so where is the sanitation? Abuja is supposed to be a sparkling environment. But the truth of the matter is, reverse is, if you go to some places, it's stinking. For how long are we going to continue? And as a journalist, and that's why I told anybody, if you walk and I know, I will come and report it. If you did not walk and I know, I will say it the way it is. They've tried to cajole me. I want to live a happy person. I'm not doing it because, first of all, I am a journalist by passion. Of course, you know my story. A journalist by passion. I started as a cameraman. A lot of people don't know. I started as a writer, a script writer, far back in Kaduna. Then joined a Mainframe, AIT, Radio France, and so on and so forth. So my story is long, and I have never deviated. The only time they wanted to take me to the bank, I begged them, Una, don't kill me, because they will send me to prison, because I'm a restless person, and I like challenges. One of the highest point of my life was when we did a World Cup Germany 2006. Very few, and we transmitted from Nigeria. It was fantastic. That experience, I cannot forget it forever. And I'm glad that the same Maoga then is now the current DG NTA. So
okay. Now with all this impact you've made in communities,
that's correct.
Most of the states that you have carried out this advocacy for community development, you go to all these places that are unheard, that are unserved.
That's correct.
How has the state government, especially in those states, come to your... What's funny?
It's funny. When my states even saw it first, they chased me out.
How?
They chased me. They said I was exposing them. And I said, no, I'm not exposing you. I am a journalist, and my duty is to report. In fact, the beauty of community report was that we say it the way it is. I don't edit it. I don't bring in phonics. I don't bring in good English. I just say it the way it is. The one that people can easily understand. So I use my phone. I was not even using camera. I used my phone. And then they were like, are you sure? Then the next thing, they send boys, there's their talks after me. But somehow God, in his own infinite mercy, saved me from their hand. At the end of the day, I was vindicated. And especially when they fixed the school. One day, they just called me and said that the governor said they should let me be. So, okay. In some places, there's no
this
go.
This is an accusation.
No, forget me. I know what I'm saying now. No go there or no go there. I said, no go. I'm telling you, the issue got to House of Lords and Commons in London.
Okay.
That was how they let me be.
Okay, as someone who has reported rural stories for years,
Yeah.
why is it important? Why is it now important to amplify farmers' voices along agricultural statistics and policies?
The people who feed you guys in the city are from the rural community. Imagine they said they are not going to produce food again. Or imagine everything they produce, they said it should end in their room. Will you see food to eat? The same people who produces all of this food to the city that you see are neglected. No road, no infrastructure. Our local areas are neglected totally. There is no infrastructure. The farmer is the one who does everything, no input or support for the farmer. He does not have schools to take his children to. Everything he pays for it. So it is onus on me as a journalist to, showcase their challenges, amplify their voices, become the voice of the voiceless, so that we can attract support back to them. In any case, why should we neglect them? Are they not Nigerians? In any case, are they not contributing their own quota into our economy? They are. I mean, you can see somebody, his wife or his children, you see them going about with banana. And then we in the city, we are pricing the same banana. If you see or go through, I mean, if you know what they went through to bring that banana out, in fact, you don't even need for 1 minute to say how much. Rather, what is the price? And so this, I give you an example. There's a community called Enemali I went to. This man, because of the current reality on ground, this man went to the farm with his children. They harvested cassava, so much. Now, they couldn't carry it, so he went to the village, a little bit far, to get Okada. And Okada charged him. He said, oh, I don't have the money. And this guy turned back. They had to peel. I left and came back. They took the one they could take home and left the rest to rot.
Oh, God.
Yes, this is the reality. I have it on video. They took the rest and left. I mean, because of cost of transportation.
The roads are not good.
The roads are not good.
Okay.
If the Okada there carry the cassava, he will end up at the mechanic. Where is the money to fix it?
Wow.
Yes. So this is the reality in the rural community. We tend to neglect it. No. Nobody is castigating anything. Look at the money they are calling this kind of a money. Imagine we invest it into the people at the rural community. A lot of things will change. I don't have any reason. I just came back. I don't have any reason to come here if everything is working fine. Thank God for technology. I can sit down there, do whatever I want to do, and go back. That is why they said the world is becoming a global village. There is no road. The cost of transportation or fuel, 1 liter in the rural community is 2,000 naira. So where is the farmer? In fact, December 27, I was in the community. I paid an unannounced visit to the community, and they saw me before they run. I finished my story and they saw me. And this guy was coming from the city, carrying 2 jerrycans of fuel in the front, 2 by the side, 1 at the back. And I was like, what's happening? So, and I said, why are you not going out to, it was a market day. They said, bros, transportation from here to the market is expensive. So what they do, they gather money for 1 person or 2 persons and pay, because from that community to the market is 2,000 naira. Fuel per liter is 2,000 naira. So the man who is the Okada rider needs to make money. So he will not carry 1 person. He will carry 2 or 3 so that he can make profit. So they will not rather contribute their money to that person that they are sending to the market, buy me this, then they will pay the charges. And when this guy was coming, I wanted to confirm it. How are you? He says, it's on video. In fact, I posted it.
I think I watched the video.
Good. And then I said, how much is per liter? I said, 2,000. It's not going to do charity work. Now buy, I go buy. So definitely I must also make profit. Yeah.
Okay. Nigeria is among the world's top cashew producers.
That's correct.
Yet farmers still struggle with values and pricing. What do you see as the biggest challenge facing cashew farmers today in Nigeria?
It's a holistic thing. Cashew is an emerging crop. Unlike cocoa that we had in the 60s, or cocoa was coming from West Africa, where policies or other things were done before Nigeria split it in 1964 to start off their own.
Okay.
Cashew isn't like that. Cashew was brought in to protect primary schools first from erosion, wind erosion and all of that, to protect homes, gully erosion and all of that. But in the process of time, research starts showing that our soil is good and that cashew has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 benefits. That was how it emerged. And by the time we got to this level, instead of government, that is those that are concerned, Ministry of Agriculture, to take a look at this crop. Why is it that there's a lot of interest here? They didn't do it. So until virtually everybody started coming into Nigeria, especially the buyers, the foreigners. Why is this? So they now found out that at the port, a lot of chunk of cashew is moving from here because 1, ours is organic. 2, our soil is beautiful. 3, the weather is friendly, and so on and so forth. So gradually, they now notice that, oh, yes, so a lot of people only knows it that it is only the kernel, the raw nut. So over the years, what we have been doing is to export the raw nut. Now, because there is no policy on cashew, there is no policy, this policy will have form what you call cashew nut board, where they determine the price, stabilize the market, having worked every sector, every stakeholder's interest inside. For instance, the farmer, the buyer, the processor, the exporter, the investor, the input supplier, service provider, all of these are worked into it, and you have a benchmark. The moment you have a benchmark, everybody in the value chain is happy. So what we have been doing all over this year is that we've just been exporting raw nut at the expense of the farmer, because the middlemen are always the determining factor. The buyer will come and say, this is the price today in the international market.
They determine the...
Absolutely. Now, the farmer doesn't know the buyer. The middleman knows the buyer and he knows the farmer. He just get to the farmer and the middleman. The buyer will tell him today a kg is 100 naira. The middleman will get to the farmer and say it's 30 naira. So he is making 70 naira to the detriment of the primary producer. Kai, that is it, Kai, because it's a serious matter. Kai, yeah, that is why I call it cashew matters. Now, you, the middleman, you are catching out, sending your children to the best school, buying houses, buying cars, and all of marrying wives. The primary producer is shrinking, is dying. Season has just passed. Go to the village and ask, please give me 5,000 naira. No one cashew farmer can give it to you because his economic of production is very high. He transports it because there's bad road, very expensive. He sells it, they charge him for this, charge for that. He harvests it alone, maintain the farm alone, no input incentives, no soft loan, and so on and so forth, all on him. So it makes it so difficult. But now, thank God, the Ministry of Trade and Ministry of Agriculture are putting a policy document together. They are bringing everybody involved, all concerned. We have had about 3 meetings with the Ministry of Trade and Ministry of Agriculture, putting all of that together. At the end of the day, it's going to be a document that the farmers and everybody will be happy.
Thank you so much. And as president of the National Apex of Cashew Farmers, Processors and Marketing Cooperative. Limited.
Yes, it's a limited cooperative.
Okay. How is your cooperative empowering farmers and reducing exploitation by middlemen?
Fantastic. Now, what is the essence of cooperative? Cooperative is people coming together in one goal to achieve a dream. Now, look at the meaning. It says cooperative of farmers, processors, marketing limited. All right? These cooperators are in the rural community. I belong to a cooperative at the rural community. So we have now decided to come together and form the national apex, because you must move from the rural to the top, move from the rural to local, state, zonal, then federal. Now, in the federal, I am the president. Now, the idea is that we are governed by the principles of cooperative. It does not belong to me. If you look at the organogram, the top is the General Assembly, that is everybody, followed by Board of Directors, then we, then others. 2, we don't take decision alone. We are different from NGOs or association.
I was going to ask you that.
We are different.
Okay.
3, we are governed by law. Our bylaw governs us.
Okay.
4, we are supervised and monitored for compliance by Federal Department of Cooperative. That is where you do a registration under Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security. So you can't do, for example, I cannot have an AGM if I have not submitted my audited account and approved. I must notify them before I do my AGM. And anything we want to rectify in our bylaw, they must also be notified. And they must be present at our AGM. So there is a lot of processes. I can't do anything. For instance, I'm not signatory alone to the account. We are 3. All right? And we must sit down to deliberate. Now, the good thing about the National Apex is that for you to even be registered, you must have at least 4 or 5 or 6 people from the 6 geopolitical zones of the country. Okay. So that it does not look as if me, myself, and I, or me, my brothers and relations, or me and my friends, where you get money and something. No. So the federal government have decided to revamp cooperative society. 1. Soon there will be what we call the cooperative bank. Is also in the pipeline coming. The minister is working tirelessly, especially the minister, state minister for agriculture is doing fantastically well. He said cooperative made him who he is because his mother was head of cooperative. And then he was one who was being sent to go and collect money. Now that he came as minister of state who is in charge of cooperative, he understood that. So he took it upon himself. Again, I give it to the government because they want to revamp the cooperative. Now, what are the benefits if this is done? 1, the farmer cooperative is self-protected. You protect your members. Okay. You protect them.
Okay, before we continue, please let us go on a short break.
It's okay.
We'll be right back. Please stay tuned. You are welcome back, and this is Generations Gist with Joy. My guest on this show today is still Yunusa Gabriel Enemali, the President Cashew Apex Farmers Association of Nigeria, and we've been discussing youth, cashew, and other things surrounding agriculture in Nigeria. We've been talking about the exploitation of this cashew industry by middlemen. Yeah.
All right. First of all, the cooperative itself, you need to understand how it works. It's for the farmers, processors. We are not saying gigantic processors. The idea is that let us begin to process what we produce at the rural community. So we know our challenges in the rural community, we know how to tackle it. Now you also have the marketers. So let us process what we produce and market it. Nigeria is over 200 million people in terms of that's what we are told. Now, how can we change all of these narratives? It is possible. First of all, 1, for you to benefit from the cooperative, you must first be a member, a contributing member, because it's how you give, you get. Garbage in, garbage out. Number 3, some of the benefits are in the process of time. Our farmers should be able to get incentives, facilities to help them do 1 or 2 things. Number 3, we can also help them advocate for support from development partners and so on and so forth. Number 5, we want to see that we now have linkages, market information and linkages from off-takers who now come to us direct that we want X, Y, Z. Now we buy from the farmers at premium price. cutting off the middlemen.
Okay.
Direct. So once we have our people, young ones, processing it at the rural community, we aggregate them. Because we have market information and linkages, we'll sell to the buyer directly. And then the farmer is making, the processors that comprises more of the women and youths, they make money from selling kernel, they make money from selling the shell. So we aggregate and sell directly to the off-taker. And all of this is to make sure that the livelihood of our members are improved. So, for example, if our member is sick, we're working hard to see that we have a relationship with National Health Insurance Scheme, so that at the rural community, all of this shouldn't be done in the city alone. If you relate everything to the city, the people in the rural community, are they not Nigerians? And they're supposed to benefit from all of this.
Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yes, please.
What is the concept for the benefit of those who does not even know what a cooperative is?
Yes.
They've been hearing cooperative, cooperative, that they don't know what cooperative is actually all about.
Yes.
What is this cooperative all about? And how can agriculture, especially through cooperatives like you have, help address unemployment and poverty in Nigeria?
Okay.
What role do you see the youth and women play in transforming the cashew industry and Nigeria's wider economy?
Okay.
So in essence, the concept of cooperative
Now,
in agriculture.
Let me give you in a layman's language. You, myself, and others, we agree to come together with a common goal to make our life better. And we now decide to call it XYZ Cooperative.
Okay.
Now, I'm a farmer, you are a marketer, he is a processor. Now, what I farm from the farm, you process, he markets. Now, we contribute within ourselves into a purse for our own common goal. Now, because we contribute, we now make it mandatory that between this day and this time, we must contribute XYZ. This again, we keep it one side. If I am sick, from this that we already have an agreement or bylaw or whatever that is guiding us, from this you use it in solving my health issue. Or we go from it, a certain amount is going to be taken out to take care of my health issue.
Is it like a thrift?
It's not a thrift. Yes, it started as a thrift, but in 1834, it was formally organized into a cooperative. So because cooperative is guided by a bylaw, cooperative is also driven by the principle of cooperative, which is you care for yourself, you protect yourself. It's not an association, it's a cooperative. If you don't contribute, you don't get. So these cooperative again are of different types. Now when you say the youth, in Cashew Cooperative, from the seed to the table, 92% of the people that work are women and youth.
Okay.
Now imagine me as a father, when I'm harvesting, I employ 52 women I used to harvest. Now after harvesting, we sell it to our cooperative. Our cooperative keep it for us. We now give it to our processor, local processor. They move from the farm to the processing. Work continue. The same women and youth. As I the shell, they peel, they select and sort. They pack the shell one side and all of that. So we sell the shell, we also sell the kernel. Or we change it to other products. Now our member again takes it to market it. Now you can see that we're already adding value, creating jobs. It is where there is nothing to do, the youth become restless and they do a lot of things. And by so doing, because it is busy, but maximum of people to form a cooperative is 10. Now imagine in a community, you have 10 cooperative. Doing the same thing, Cashew for example. The man in Maiduguri is doing it. The man in Oyo, the man in Bayelsa. Everywhere you see them. Now, do you know what that means to our population? Because if you have 10 people in 10 cooperative in 10 area, that is the job you have already created. Imagine the Kina local government, the Kina political ward, for example, has 26 polling units. Imagine every of these polling units you have 10 people as a cooperative, multiply it. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what you get. So the multiplier effect is very fast. If you remember, and you can still remember, during season of cashew, if you don't prepare yourself well in terms of your mobility, if you go home, you will not see anybody that will carry you. Everybody's on the farm. Because it's cheaper and safer to be on the farm to harvest and make money than be riding Okada. So this is the multiplier effect. Now imagine all of these are involved. Think of what is going to happen to the economy. Think of the money we're going to generate. Now, coming from that, because you process, now what does the cooperative do? We now aggregate so that we can sell it. Like I said before, cashew has 3 main benefits: health benefit, environmental benefit, and economic benefit. What is this health benefit, for example? You have planted your cashew. There is what we call carbon credit. Cashew is one tree crop that traps carbon. A lot of people don't know. That is why if you sit under cashew, a grown-up cashew, 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, you doze off because it's cool. Okay. So we release carbon dioxide and take in oxygen. They give it to us. So that carbon dioxide we release is trapped with cashew.
So it has health benefits.
Fantastic. And that is why if you can still remember, during cashew season, because they drink that fruits, the apple, you see, you hardly see children fall sick because it has high level of vitamin C. Very, very higher than orange, very higher than pineapple. So these are the benefit, health benefits. So because you plant as a farmer, you are to benefit from carbon credits. They pay you a ton of carbon credits now in cashew is about $150, while that of solar is about $50. You can see the difference.
In essence, are you saying that the middlemen are not going to be active?
No, they can join us. They can be our member. They can, I mean, it is for everybody. It's just that at the end of the day, of course, see, change, they said, is something that is always permanent, but it's very difficult. If by the time we take off fully, and you, the middleman, you don't see anybody to come and sell anything for you, what would you do? You will be forced to come and join us. So it's not a fight. We're not at loggerhead with anybody, but we want to make the life of our farmers, life of our rural processors, life of our rural marketers better. We don't really, if we have 200 million people, for God's sake, why should we be exporting raw nut alone? It means we can make triple. CNS oil, cashew nut shell liquid, when you remove the kernel, the shell, the liquid, once you extract it, you press it and you get the liquid. The liquid is what is used for jet oil because of the high level of maintain. It's used for your hydraulic, your brake fluid, your paint, anti-rust, and others. That crude we call CNS oil, a liter is between $70 and $90. This is what we are losing. That's
a lot.
A lot of money.
I want to ask again about the middlemen.
Yes.
Because the middlemen are the ones that are buying from the farmers.
That's correct.
Then sell to
the buyers.
The buyers who come to Nigeria to buy them abroad. If the cooperative are now stabilized,
yes,
don't you think the middlemen could protest?
Why?
Okay, so what's the benefit? What's the benefit to the middlemen now?
They have no other benefit than to come and join us as one of the marketers.
They are still allowed to buy.
Yes, they are still allowed. But they must be our member to buy from our member. Okay. I mean, if you are my member, and I know that Cooperative A is buying my product at 90 naira, and you, the middleman, is buying it for 30 naira, which would you prefer? Is it not the 90 naira? Okay. It's simple. It's simple.
That monopolization is what I'm talking about.
Who is going to monopolize who?
Okay, because I think right now it is sold at the price, this fixed price they want to sell.
We don't have a fixed price because right now we don't have what we call cashew nut board or cashew nut price regulatory agency. It fluctuates. If you remember at the beginning of this year, cashew per ton went as far as 2.2 million. But as at yesterday, it's 1.6 million. Oh. So it has dropped. So why should it drop? Who is dropping it? Some people just want to extort all of that, which is wrong. And that is why we don't have any stable price. And it's not good for our market.
What do you think should be done in that case?
First of all, we need to have a policy which is already being worked upon. And from that policy, there should be a policy direction that will also produce the cashew market board, where every member is also involved, including Minister of Agri, Minister of Trade, Minister of Environment, and all of that, so that at the end of the day, what you have in the international market is tallied at par. And then if you want to compare, you say the dollar and the naira, it is now the duty of the government to now put a lot of incentive, subsidize a lot of things for the farmers. If not, it won't also work, because the Indians and co, they will come and see that they take, it's a cabal. Yeah. It's a mafia industry. And so the government must be on our feet and then work with all stakeholders to agree on a benchmark. It should not drop below this. The farmer will benefit, the marketer, the exporter, everybody will benefit. Yeah,
you were talking about processing.
Yes.
Now, processing remains a weak link.
Yes.
Especially now in Nigeria.
Absolutely.
In cashew sector.
It's not like cashew, it's all agri product.
Okay, how can we move from exporting raw nuts to building strong local value chain? How do you intend to do that as a cooperative? You said some things about cooperative
first of all.
So how do you intend to do that aspect of, processing of cashew nuts and other byproducts?
We need the government intervention in terms of policy. Okay. Very critical.
You are not there yet.
We are not there, but the process has begun. Now, again, we as cooperatives, by the time we start processing our own at the local level, now we are forced to process and sell within our own local. Within our own local. The ones that we cannot use here, we now sell them. For example, if I do kernel in our own cooperative. We do our kernel, fry it into cashew milk, cashew bread, cashew chin-chin, cashew cake, cashew shortbread, and so on and so forth. Again, we do cashew juice. I do cashew juice, cashew jam, ethanol, whiskey, brandy, and so on and so forth. In our own, our own local cooperative. This is what we now want to teach in terms of training and capacity building of other members in other places, so that we can now circulate it. Now, CNS oil, for example, what we do is to roast it and press it, and then bring out, we just parboil it, use stone to put on it, and then instead of jack, because we cannot afford it, we'll put stone, then the oil comes out. Then the shaft is what we use as our own charcoal. So again, from that same kernel, you can roast it and spice it to anything you want. You can spice it with pepper, ginger. You can coat it with honey. You can also eat it like that. The one that is semi-processed is the one they use for milk.
Milk?
Cashew is a milk. Yes, milk. Cashew milk. And that is why cashew is becoming more expensive now, an international commodity, because the demand is high. In Canada and Europe, they are gradually fading away cow milk for cashew milk, because it's original, it's organic,
low cholesterol
from the tree, low cholesterol. We don't even know anything called low. If you taste it, you want to drink it every day. Smooth for the mouth, simple. And then, of course, because cashew from Nigeria is almost like 98% organic.
We have the best cashew, isn't it?
If we don't have the best cashew, why is everybody rushing here?
Wow.
Forget about the deception and the deliberate demarketing of Nigerians' cashew. Forget about that one. I have challenged them in local and international fora. Where did you get your information from? Sometimes they will say our cashew is, the peelability is hard. I say, check your machine. And they will keep quiet. So you don't come and tell, all right, for instance, you carry your cashew. From here, you want to take it direct, they will tell you it's not good. Carry our same machine, a cashew, go to Benin Republic, it will go.
For real?
For real. Even including our yam. They will tell you that because it's direct, nobody says it.
So who is responsible for that?
Because first of all, if we don't have good image or good image maker, it affects us. Number 3, why should we even be thinking of even export when inside the internal people are not yet fed? Is it not when your belly don't full before you start thinking of taking it out? This is a huge market. Why is it that when they finish anything they do, they quickly bring them down to Nigeria? Because they know there's a market. So even you that knows your population don't even know the value you are you're going to, or you add up to the market. So can we now begin to say, all right, that's why I love what is happening. There's a policy now. 30% of agricultural farm produce must be processed here. Okay. Just a few days ago, there is a ban on cashew, shea butter. Yes, it must not be, yes, so that our local processors can have enough to process.
Yeah, that takes me to the policymakers that you just mentioned.
Yes.
You've engaged already with lots of policymakers at different levels.
That's correct.
What urgent policy changes would you like to see for Nigeria's cashew and agriculture sector?
There is nothing like
yes, there is something
there is
like
nothing like
for in-house process of our farm produce.
There is nothing like urgency. It has to be holistic.
Okay.
Holistic in the sense that, okay, currently look at what transportation is doing to our farm produce. So the policy must address that. How do we take care of it? It means that our refineries should start working, all of them should, so that the price can crash. If not, we will still be shouting, right? Again, another way around is that the government should also subsidize a lot of agricultural implement or inputs if the price must remain like this. Because the file or the cutlass that I used before, I used to buy file for 300, highest 500, file now 2,800. Cutlass, the last one I bought was 335, now 12,500. Come on. Who supports me?
File for cutlasses.
File for filing.
Are we still using cutlasses?
Are you modernizing agriculture?
There are other agric equipment that are used to cultivate or cut grasses.
Now you give me tractor. How much is diesel?
Not tractor as in tractor. There are other small things that like, I see online and other places.
Like what now?
Cutting of grasses.
Like what?
I don't know the name. You should tell me.
Whatever machine you use, you must use fuel. Am I correct?
Okay.
So how do you get the fuel? You need diesel. I bought chainsaw for 75,000 naira. I went back to the market, same chainsaw for 280,000. Okay? Now I need to maintain it. I need to buy fuel inside it for it to work. Is it not the same fuel that I'm going to use? Or is my own fuel different?
So at present, they will still be using cutlasses.
Of course.
That is labor, a lot of labor involved.
And so that is what we're saying, that agriculture should be highly subsidized in other climes. That's what is happening. And that's why we are putting together this cooperative so that we can now begin to help ourselves, since government is not forthcoming for now. But thank God for what this government is doing, and they want to seriously use the cooperative to reach to the people. We are grateful to them. They want to revamp cooperative society. We are grateful to them. They want to revamp cooperative banking, which is good, a single digit. Go to conventional bank. Borrow just 1 million naira, they say you should pay 25,000 at 25% interest. Okay. Where you have not even started the whole thing, money don't finish.
How much of the reach do you have of this cooperative society?
Okay, first of all,
across the country.
We started as an association. Now we are currently about 500,000. And our target is to hit between 3 and 5 million within the next 24 months.
Across the country?
Across the country. Okay. Don't forget, we are more of grassroots.
Yeah, I know.
So, how do you know that we can make it? After our summit, we're planning for a first national cashew cooperative, where we bring all our members. We're targeting 500 to come to one place. There we announce they're going to be our foot soldiers back to their respective states and said, this is for real, this is where we are going. And don't forget, like I said, cooperative starts from rural community to the local government level, to the state level, then to the federal level. They will be our foot soldier. And before you know it, what we want to, you see, once you are transparent, getting the people around you is something not difficult. And of course, who are our members? Majority of them are women and youth and farmers. Of course, you cannot do without them because they are the primary producer. We were in a place where they were arguing and said that some processors said they have spent over combined together, said they have spent over $300 million to put them together. I said, you are talking of how much, have you quantified what the farmer has been doing over the years? Without the farmers, are you going to exist? Okay, imagine the farmer decide to cut down what he has been doing. Would you exist? They kept quiet. So I fight for farmers. I am a voice for the voiceless farmers. That anywhere. If I see the president today, I'll tell him, Oga, please do me this favor. Subsidize agriculture for us.
Okay.
If this price of petroleum can continue like this, please subsidize it as much as you can. Everything should be subsidized. Everything. Transportation, subsidize it. Because the farmer buys the cutlass. I am just wondering, imagine if our Jakuta is working. Don't forget when we were growing, all the young people that were working there were graduates of technical colleges across the Federation. They were the drivers of Ajakuta. They were bringing all manners of things being fabricated from Ajakuta. So imagine if Ajakuta is working today. Do you know the number of jobs that they would have created? Do you know the number of cutlasses that will be produced? Do you know the number of rakes that will be produced? Wheelbarrows that will be produced?
That will be a value chain.
Value chain addition.
Okay, now.
Whether direct and indirect jobs is going to be created.
Yeah, you just spoke about the Cashew Summit. With the upcoming National Cashew Cooperative Summit, what outcomes are you hoping for? Please be brief, because we don't have enough time on our hands.
I don't like this one that is brief. Anyway, one, we want to announce our presence, that we are set to do the needful and to partner with anybody, everywhere, anytime, any day. Two, we want to commence training and capacity building of our members across the 6 geopolitical zone. Three, we also want to tell international and local buyers that you can deal with us direct, because there's a lot of traceability and there's a lot of things. 4, we want to use this opportunity again to tell our farmers and members that your livelihood has come to stay. 6, government can trust us.
Okay.
Because they know that these are the real people. You can trace us. If you give me, for example, you give me inputs for my member.
Just, we don't have so much time.
God.
But
anyway.
Okay, just continue briefly.
So if you give my members our cooperative inputs, definitely you should know that I'm going to get it to them, because all our names are with the director and they will just call.
Okay, now, finally, where do you see Nigeria's cashew and agricultural sector in the next 5-10 years if the right steps are taken?
Wow.
Fantastic. Just very, like 30 seconds.
If the right steps are taken, cashew has the potential to move Nigeria's income, to create more jobs, add value. And that is why it matters. Cashew matters, because it's the diamond from the tree. I can guarantee you between 5 to 10 million jobs will have been created.
Thank you very much, Yunusa Gabriel Enemali, for coming on this show. And we'll be expecting to see you again, especially when your summit is close by. Thank you so much for having you on this show. Today, Mr. Yunusa Gabriel Enemali has shown us that agriculture is not just about planting and harvesting, but about people, policies, and possibilities. From telling the stories of our communities to building a stronger cashew value chain, his work reminds us that true transformation happens when farmers are empowered and their voices are heard. Thank you so much for being part of this edition of Generations Gist with Joy. For sponsorship, partnership, or to know more about the show, you can reach us at Generations Gist with Joy. Don't forget to connect with us on all our social media platforms for updates and conversations. Until next time, let's keep celebrating ideas, people, and stories that shape our generations. Remember, your generation is your identity, and always be your brother's keeper. I am Joy Onu. See you next time.